Check the mic 1 2 1 2. Checking the mic 1 2 3. Check check check. Check the mic 1 2 1 2. good evening, everyone, and welcome to MCScots.com as we are here at the Boydson Baird Gymnasium, Randy Lambert Court, as the Scots of Maryville College host the Wasps of Emory and Henry. I'm Heath Dunkel alongside Scott Dunkel bringing you tonight's broadcast. Scott, a tough first game for the Maryville College Scots as they face Emory and Henry team that's already got one game under their belt. They came into the season ranked number 23 in D3Hoops.com preseason poll, and the Wasps already have defeated the number 18th team in the nation, the Marymount University, 58-56. So certainly a tough test for them to begin the season. We'll talk a little bit more about that and the great coach that comes into this ballgame for the Wasps in just a minute as we're getting ready for the national anthem. So as we're getting ready for the tip-off here in just a few moments, we'll go ahead and read off to you the starting lineups for both clubs. For Emory and Henry, number 10, Peyton Williams. Number 11, Kylie Cooper. Number 25, Tessa Johnston. Number 40, Taylor Blevins. And number 42, Sydney McKinney. For the Scots, number 3, Libby Gardner. Number 13, Claire Varney. Number 24, Elsa Eckenrod. Number 30, Erin Beasley. And number 45, Shelby Hicks. So Scott, tough matchup for the Scots to start this season, as they're going to be tested tonight against one of the top teams in the nation. But Maryville College gets the tip to start, and Libby Gardner now has the ball around the three-point line. She dishes it to the outside. Now back to the top of the key.
Yes, Hayden, it looks like Emory and Henry have started out in a 2-3 zone. Looks like Maryville was called for a foul here to start.
So the Wasps now with the basketball and in the hands of Kylie Cooper, the 5'5" sophomore guard. Has nice defense by the Scots, who gets the steal, throws it down the court, up, layup good by number 24, Elsa Eckenrod.
Yes, very good full court pressure here by Maryville to start the game, Heath.
One of the things that Coach Trevelyan is known for is his defense, and there we go again as Eckenrod with the basketball. She's going to give it to Gardner. Gardner drives. Gardner up, layup, good.
And Heath, no, it looks like they have caught a charge.
You hate to see that. That was a nice drive by Libby Gardner, but nice play by the defensive player as well to take the charge, Scott.
Yes, she definitely had position on that. Good drive, but you got to watch out for those things.
So now tight defense again as they put on the press. Nowhere to go for Emory and Henry. Almost stolen again, but the Wasps finally get it across the court. And it looks like they're checking to see if 10 seconds passed, Scott, before they cross half court. Now the referees are going to be discussing that. But to start the game, 2-0 right now. Scots lead, 9:03 remaining in the first period. Really nice defense so far.
Yes, it is, Heath. And Maryville's definitely putting on a lot of pressure and really disrupting Emory and Henry's offense, trying to get started down the court.
And that's something they're going to need this year, is that they lose all of their starters except Libby Gardner, is the only one to return from last season's squad. She's a junior guard, also the captain of the team. So she's going to be pivotal this season, and with a younger team, defense is going to be crucial. So looking good so far to start. And it looks like they're going to say it was 10 seconds, so Maryville will now get the basketball and Eckenrod to throw it in. Going to give it to Libby Gardner. Gardner now crosses half court. Gets the outside to Beasley. Beasley now inside and taken away by the Wasps.
Right, a good block by number 42, Sydney McKinney. Also, Heath, it looks like Emory and Henry also went into a man-to-man defense.
Now they're moving the ball around the court, as now getting it down low to McKinney. McKinney dishes it back outside. The Wasps for three, and good.
Yes, Heath, and that was Tessa Johnston on that three right there.
So Gardner now brings it down the court, gets it to the outside. We're going to push it back up to Eckenrod at the top of the key. Eckenrod thinks about it, is trying to get some post play, doesn't see it. She'll dish it back out, almost stolen. Beasley able to hold on to the basketball. She'll drive. And looks like a little bit of tripped up there, but no foul was called. And so now the Wasps on a fast break, and they're going to lose control of the basketball back in the hands of the Scots.
Right, hey, just a little helter-skelter play a little bit right in there, but it looks like they're calling number 11 on Kaylee Cooper on that, on a reach-in.
And that's going to be her first foul, the team's first. Now they're going to give it into Libby Gardner. She's going to hand it off at the key. They're going to dish it back up to the top. Eckenrod with the shot. No good, rebounded by Emory and Henry. So now Cooper quickly brings it down the court. She gets it up top. Johnson with the basketball. Doesn't see anything, and they swing it back around.
Yeah, Heath, and Maryville in a 2-3 zone as well on this one here. And it's like number 30 for Maryville was caught on that. that would be Erin Beasley that was called for that foul hit.
And that will be her first, the team's second. So now Cooper with the ball at the top. Trying to find someone. She does. She gets it to Peyton Williams. Back to Cooper. Now over to Johnston. Coming into the middle of the paint was Blevins. Now Blevins is going to take it to the outside.
And it looks like she palmed the ball on that heat. She made a turn, a little indecisive when she did. She got that ball or the hand up underneath the ball. Quick break here as one of the Emory and Henry players ties their shoe.
Libby Gardner quickly takes it down the court. Gardner with a lot of speed. Certainly something nice to have at the point guard position as she's going to get it over to 30, who almost loses the ball. That's Erin Beasley. And the Wasps are going to take it away. Great defense there by Emory and Henry. Maryville trying to get some press going, but Emory gets it across court quickly. Back to the top. Almost lost the basketball there. Johnston now with the ball. She'll get it down to McKinney. McKinney back up top to Cooper. Cooper for three. No good. Rebounded by Maryville.
Good rebound there. And it looks like we have a reach in as well, Hicks.
Yeah, number 45, Shelby Hicks, the 5'10" forward sophomore with a nice rebound.
And it looks like Taylor Blevins was the one called on the foul as well.
Coming into the game for Maryville, number 23, Brooke McCurdy, number 14, Charity Crabtree, and also number 4, Charity Crabtree in the game. Ooh, a nice dish by Gardner. And a nice recovery for Maryville as it was almost stolen by Emory. For three. Good rebound.
Good rebound by number 13 there. And that was Claire Varney. And a little physical down there, Heath, but it looked like the ball went out on Emory and Henry on that.
It's now Varney to inbound the ball for the Scots. Nice basket by number 14, Charity Crabtree. Scots back with the lead, 4-3, with 6:13 remaining in the first period. Johnston gets it down low. McKinney up. No good, but rebounded. No good again.
Good hustle on the play by Claire Crabtree right there. He's trying to save the ball, but just couldn't quite do it. And looks like it's over back to Emory and Henry here.
So now McKinney will get the ball and try to get it down low. She's going to kick it back to the outside, and that is to Blevins. Blevins for three, no good. Emory and Henry almost with the rebound again. They're really doing a great job getting inside the paint, but unable to control it. Maryville drives. Maryville up.
Yes, and that counts.
No, it looks like they're going to call a charge again.
I'll take that back. Yes.
Yeah, another charge, this time on number 13, on Claire Varney.
And Claire, a sophomore guard, 5'8", out of Crossville, Tennessee.
Now subbing in for the Wasps, number 15, Kara Stafford, a 5'9" forward. Now at the top of the key is Johnston. A nice pick. She gets around it. She looks to drive, sees nothing. Good defense from the Scots. She's able to get around it, though, and go up with the layup. It's good. So Libby Gardner will now take it across court. She'll hand it off to Crabtree. Crabtree almost had the ball stolen, able to hold on to it. Not a good pass there, Scott.
Right, it was, and it looks like Maryville got a little confused in that. They went back into a 2-3 zone again. Emory and Henry changing their zone patterns up or their defensive patterns up quite a bit here.
So keeping the Scots off balance is now number 12, Maisha Logan, with the basketball at the top for Emory. Johnston now with the ball. Johnson back in. Side to Logan. Logan kicks it back out.
And Maryville also has gone back into a man-to-man at this point. See who was calling this one on.
Yeah, and that's going to be on number 11, Holland Geralds. That's going to be her fourth team foul. So now at the line with the first free throw good is number 10, Peyton Williams for the Wasps. Williams makes both. Now the inbound to Gardner for Maryville. Maryville down 3 with 4:40 remaining in the first period.
Looks like number 40, Taylor Blevins, got for a push-off down low against one of the Maryville players.
Now coming in for Emory and Henry, number 3, Chloe Harris, a 5'9" senior guard from Bristol, Virginia. Inbounding for Maryville is Varney. Varney throws it up top. They're going to get it back to Gardner. She's going to kick it back out. Varney drives. Nice pass, but unable to make the basket is Gerald's. And now Emory and Henry pushes the tempo. They're going to get it out to Logan. Logan shoots a 3-ball and good.
Yeah, she was set up. Maryville was a little slow getting back, and she had all the time in the world to shoot that, so she had a good opportunity to get ready for that.
They kick it to Varney for the 3, and it's up, no good, and then the ball will go out of bounds. Maryville unable to get the rebound, so Emory and Henry with the basketball. Now coming in for Maryville, number 45, Shelby Hicks. Number 42, Kelly Wandell. And also back in, number 23, Brooke McCurdy is in the ball game. At the top is Harris. She'll kick it over to Logan. Logan now kicks the ball. And now Logan back with the ball, and she's going to take the drive. She's going to go up. Nice pump fake, and it looks like she drew the foul, Scott, and it looks like it's going to be on number 42.
Right. Kaylee Wandell on that one right there. That'll be her first foul. Gives Emory and Henry another chance for 2 free throws. They're already leading 10-4 at this point.
First free throw up, and no good for Logan. Scott's now with 5 team fouls. Second free throw is good. Hicks will leave inbound to Varney with the ball, who's going to take it across court. Eckenrod now with the ball, guarded heavily by Logan. Nice defense there. She's having a lot of trouble holding on to that basketball, but they're going to get it down low to Wandell. Wandell up, and Wandell draws the foul.
Good play in there. She cut across the middle. They got it to her. She went up strong with it, and it looks like they're calling number 10, which is Peyton Williams.
Wandell to shoot 2, and she'll make the first. Second free throw up, and good. And Emory Henry's going to push it quickly. Logan with the ball, she'll kick it. They get it down low, but stolen. Nice job by the Scots who get it, and they push tempo as well. Eckenrod with the ball. Gets it to Varney at the top of the key. Varney looks to drive. Varney up, layup, good.
Good play right there, and Emory and Henry had gone back again to the man-to-man again. As I said, they're switching it up quite a bit on there.
Yeah, Varney saw a mismatch there and used her speed to drive through the lane, and a nice layup. Nice defense down low. They're going to kick it back to Logan. And making the drive, number 15, Kara Stafford. It looks like she's going to draw the foul.
Right, and that was 24 for Maryville. That was Elsa Eckenrod, which will be her first. It looks like they are also in the bonus now.
I believe that's the 6th team personal foul for Maryville. Stafford with the first free throw up and no good. And now coming back into the ball game for the Wasps, number 25, Tessa Johnston. Stafford with the second free throw, it's good. And Also now coming into the ball game, number 42, Sydney McKinney. Varney guarded tightly by Logan, and she's going to kick it to 23, Brooke McCurdy, and now they're going to get back up top to Eckenrod. Nice feed to Wandale, up, no good. So close there, but just unable to make the basket, and now Emory pushing. And stolen again by the Scots. Good defense.
Good number 24 on that one, Heath, was Elsa Eckenrod, had jumped in there, was able to knock it away. 42, Kelly Waddell was able to come up with the ball on that.
Yeah, Wandale unable to get that one as a low pass down low by Eckenrod, so recovered by Emory and Henry. And Logan with the ball. She looks to drive, pulls up for a jumper. Up, no good. Rebounded by Maryville. Brooke McCurdy with the ball. McCurdy for three. It's going to go back to Emory and Henry, who pushes tempo.
Looks like they're going to get Maryville on that one. Number 13, Heath. That was on Claire Varney, a sophomore guard out of Crossville.
And that's going to be her second foul of the game, as Chloe Harris makes the first of 2 free throws.
Maryville bringing in number 3, 30, and 22 here. Libby Gardner, let's say 32. Delaney Lowry on that.
22.
22, my
yep.
fault.
Oh, you're good.
And that's Catherine Upshaw.
So Maryville now gets the ball. A nice drive by number 30, Erin Beasley. And she will be fouled by number 42.
And that was Sydney McKinney, Heath. Her first foul, she actually caught her with the body on the drive there.
First free throw up and good. And now entering the game for Emory and Henry, number 14, Jada Penn. Penn, a 5'8" senior guard from Radford, Virginia. Beasley with the second free throw and good. So free throws keeping them in this ball game so far, as they've been able to get some fouls, get to the line and make them, as they're only down 3 with 1:30 remaining in the first period. Johnston with the ball for Emory. They're going to dish it to the outside. Penn with the ball. She'll get it back up to Johnston. Johnston over now to Sawyer. Sawyer will kick it down low to McKinney. McKinney turns around with a jumper and good.
Good shot for McKinney there, the way she was able to work herself in. Little concern there about how long she was there. She just about camped there.
A nice post play, though, with the pump fake and spin with the jumper, as now Maryville looks to drive. Eckenrod having trouble controlling the basketball, so she'll kick it back up top, and just unable to hold on to it is Maryville. Emory and Henry with the ball. They'll go quickly, and they struggle as well. A little discombobulated there, as number 33, Lakin Blackburn, mishandles the ball. It goes out of bounds, and now Maryville with possession.
Right, Heath. It looked like Libby Gardner there kind of disrupted the pass, kind of drew her attention like watching a receiver have a defender get in the way, and she just couldn't handle the pass.
Good defense by Emory and Henry, as number 32, Josie Sawyer, almost got the steal, but it will go out of bounds, and so Maryville still with the ball. 42 seconds remain in the first period. They'll inbound the ball to Gardner. Gardner sees a hole, she'll drive. She kicks, she shoots, but rebounded by Maryville, as Coach Trevelyan tells them to reset up the play. Eckenrod gets it up to Gardner. Gardner almost has the ball stolen, but able to hold on to it, as they'll set the play. Gardner drives, kicks out. Ball up.
Oh, just off the rim. Hey.
Yeah, just missed there was Catherine Upshaw. 3 seconds left. They drive, they shoot the three, and it's good.
Hitting that just right at the buzzer there, Heath, was number 42, Sydney McKinney, giving the Wasp a 8-point lead here at the end of the first quarter.
So we'll be back to bring you the second quarter in just a moment, as Emory and Henry leads Maryville 18-10. Now we begin the second period as Emory and Henry leads Maryville 18-10. Emory and Henry will begin with the basketball. Johnston with the ball at the top of the key. Now to shoot for Emory is number 33, Lakin Blackburn with the miss, and Maryville now with the basketball.
A good rebound by Aaron Beasley on that.
And Gardner for three. Misses and almost rebounded by Maryville, but Emory able to recover. A nice attempt there by Varner trying to keep the ball in. They're going to dish it down low. And nice post play by 33 Lakin Blackburn. She had a Scott all over her, able to fight through that, and a good shot. So now Emory and Henry with a 10-point lead as Gardner brings it down court quickly. And unable to make the basket is Eckenrod. Now Emory and Henry back with the ball.
Yeah, just like in the first period, Maryville having a lot of trouble with getting layups to go down, just either shooting too hard or not putting enough on it.
And Emory and Henry with another three by Sydney McKinney, who also had a shot at the buzzer to end the first period. So now a 13-point lead for Emory. Maryville trying to get something together, and that's certainly going to help as number 14, Charity Crabtree with the basket.
Yes, Hathan, she is a 5'10" freshman out of Park Range, Tennessee.
Johnston now for three. No good, rebounded by Penn. Penn up and with the quick basket as no one was there to make that rebound but Penn, and Penn does a great job of getting some more points on the board. So 25-12, Emory and Henry leads. So hand it off to Eckenrod. She'll try to drive and 5-something. Sees nothing, she'll kick it back out. Beasley with the basketball. She'll dish it out to the outside. Eckenrod for three. No good, rebounded by McKinney, and Emory and Henry with the ball. Push and tempo, and there, as they tried to get it down the court, Blackburn looks like she didn't realize the ball was coming, so it's going to sail right past her, go out of bounds, and now Maryville with the ball.
But Heath, and Shelby Hicks comes back in for Maryville, replacing Elsa Eckenrod.
Hicks, the 5'10" sophomore forward, one of the starters for this team from Gordonsville, Tennessee, went to Smith County High School. And that's going to be a foul on Emory and Henry. That's on number 15. Right, Kara Stafford's got her first and the team's first.
And Kara actually one of the there's a couple of Tennessee high school players on the Emory and Henry team. She is out of Bristol.
Okay. Maryville goes up, unable to make the basket, and it goes out of bounds. So now Emory and Henry with the ball as Penn looks to inbound. She'll inbound to Cooper. Scott, if you'll notice the intensity of the defense, the full court press, they've now kind of called that off, back to half court defense. Wonder if they'll go back to that to begin the second half or later on in this second period, as that worked out really well for Maryville. As now Emory and Henry with another three, this time in and out, but there to make the rebound is number 33, Lakin Blackburn, and Blackburn with the basket.
Faith, and once again, Maryville is not really boxing out on anything underneath offensively. Just they're basically letting the Wasps own the box in there. They're not getting anyone on there, any bodies in there. The Wasps are coming down with easy offensive rebounds and just putting it back up.
Yeah, Emory and Henry doing a great job on the glass so far tonight. Certainly something that Coach Trevelyan will be talking about here on the timeout. While we're at timeout and your score with 6:57 remaining in the second period, Emory and Henry leads 27-12 over Maryville. We'd like to remind you that your hometown sponsors for tonight's game, supporting the NCAA Division III Athletic Department, include Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Hardy Rentals, Kinjo Markets, Airport, Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. As both teams get back on the court, but as I was mentioning earlier, Scott, that full court defense was certainly giving Emory and Henry trouble to start the game. We'll see if they go back to that later on. As now the Wasps cross court. Cooper will get it over to Johnston on the left side of the key, and she'll kick it back up top. Cooper back with the basketball. Now Johnson looks to pump fake and drive. She'll kick it back out to Cooper. They get it down low, and a nice pass to Cooper, who is just going to miss that shot, and a good rebound by Kelly Wandell. Gardner now with the ball. Gets it out quickly, pump fake and drive. They kick it down low to Wandell. Wandell almost loses the ball, able to recover. She'll get it to Hicks at the top, and they'll get it back to Gardner, who resets.
Right, Heath, and it looks like the Wasps have gone back again into a 2-3 zone. Little confusion from Maryville after handling a lot of man-to-man.
Turnover by the Scots, and entering the game for Emory and Henry, number 22, Elizabeth Jones, the 5'10 sophomore forward. Cooper with the ball. She'll cross half court. Now on the right side of the key. She'll get it up top to Johnston. Looks like it's going to be an offensive foul on Jones, who just entered the ball game. That'll be her first, the team's second, and Maryville to inbound. Gardner will get it out to Hicks. Hicks to Wandell at the top. Looking down low to Eckenrod, trying to fit it in, and they do. Eckenrod tried to get it back to Hicks, and she loses the basketball. So Emory and Henry now push tempo, and they'll get it back up top to Cooper. Now over on the key to Johnson. Johnson, dribble, drive, up and under. No good, rebounded by Maryville.
And it looks like they're going to get number 25. That would be Tessa Johnston out of Emory and Henry on a reach-in after the great or really good rebound there that Maryville got. Maryville's still down 27-12, trying to cut in, but Emory and Henry's got some really quick hands, really disruptive to the Maryville offense.
Gardner with the ball, she'll get it over to Gardner. Gardner kicks it up top to Hicks. Hicks goes around the pick and roll, a nice layup. And they're going to call it off. They're going to wave off the basket. Looks like there was a foul before the shot.
Right, Heath, and that was on Kara Stafford. She ran through the pick, and so basically they're calling her a push-off on that before the shot. So Maryville's just going to have to try to regroup here on this one.
And you hate to see that, as the Scots looking for some offensive production and got a nice basket there. Really solid play. But unfortunately was waved off. We'll see if they're able to capitalize here as they still maintain the basketball. Subbing in for Emory and Henry, number 42, Sydney McKinney, the 5'10 junior forward. Barney to inbound. Now at the top, Gardner with the basketball. She'll kick it out to Upshaw, and Upshaw doesn't have anything. She'll get it back up top to Gardner. Gardner with a nice move there. And Varney with the ball. Varney drives up, and nice defense there, as able to get the basketball was McKinney. Now Emory and Henry with the ball at the top. McKinney gets it over to Johnston. She'll get it down low. And
good block right there.
Yeah, nice block by Wandell. Almost stolen, but Varney able to recover, and she'll get it to Gardner on the outside.
Good
Gardner
move
up.
right there.
Looks like she's going to get the basket and one. They're going to call that foul, Scott, on number 10, Peyton Williams.
Right, Heath, and that was a very good crossover move by Gardner there, making the defense shift one way. She went around him, had an easy layup.
Subbing in for the Scots, number 30, Aaron Beasley. Shot up and good by Gardner. And now coming in for Emory and Henry, number 3, Chloe Harris, the 5'9 senior guard from Bristol, Virginia. Jones inbounds the ball to Cooper. Cooper over to Harris on the left side of the key. They're going to swing it, give it over to McKinney on the right. She gets it outside to Johnson, back up to McKinney. McKinney cross to Harris. Harris dribble drive, back up top to Cooper. Cooper will drive, almost loses the basketball, able to maintain. She'll get it up to Johnson. Johnson's probably going to have to shoot it here, running out of time. She'll drive, she'll throw it up, and it looks like she was able to draw the foul.
It was Heath. She got Erin Beasley just kind of bodied up against her and got it, at least got the foul prior to the shot, so at least they'll be bringing it in underneath the basket.
Cooper gets it up to Harris. And the three-pointer up and no good by Jones. He'll go out of bounds, and now Maryville with the basketball. Now coming in for the Scots, number 23, Brooke McCurdy. So 3:42 remaining in the second period. Emory and Henry lead Maryville 27-15. Now coming in for Emory and Henry is number 12, Maisha Logan. Varney will bring the ball down court for Maryville. She'll drive, kick it out to Hicks. Hicks hands off to Gardner. Gardner drives, and it's up and in.
So a good layup, a good drive, and was able to get some penetration in on the defense that time.
Absolutely. Cutting the deficit to 10 is Maryville. That's Harris for three. No good. Rebounded by Wandell. Nice rebound. She'll get it over to Gardner, and Trevelyan's telling him to push the tempo. Get it down the court. She will. Varney with the ball at the top. Varney drives. Varney, nice kick to Wandell. And the basket is good. Nice offense by Maryville.
Now it looks like they're finally starting to get the feel of this defense and able to get in and get some good, easy layups the last couple of shots.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum there, but a nice answer by McKinney with the basket. So still a 10-point lead for Emory and Henry. Varney with the ball. She's guarded closely by Maisha Logan. Very nice defense by Logan as Varney looks to try to cross her over. She'll kick it out to Hicks. Hicks for three, no good, and Harris with the rebound. Harris kicks it over to Johnston. Johnston pushes, guarded by Gardner. She's going to try to get it down low, but good defense there as they're going to have to swing it. Logan with the pump fake. Logan for three. No good. Rebounded by Harris as she drives in, and she will miss the basket, and Wandell with the rebound for Maryville.
It looks like we're slowing it down, and they are still staying in a man-to-man defense on Maryville right now.
Varney will drive. She'll spin around Logan. She'll go up, and she's going to draw the foul.
Again, Maryville seeing that they can penetrate and get in there, so they're starting to get better looks at the basket, but also picking up some fouls too. That foul's going to be on number 12, Maisha Logan. That is her first foul, and Varney will miss the first of two free throws. Now coming in for the Scots, number 14, Charity Crabtree, the 5'10" freshman forward. So Varney with the second free throw, and good. So now cutting the deficit to 9. And sophomore starter Elsa Eckenrod back in the ballgame for the Scots. Logan will come down the court with the ball, and she'll pass it off. Now the ball's in the hands of Johnston for Emory and Henry. They'll kick it up top to Harris. Harris over to Logan. Logan on the left side of the key, guarded by Olivia Gardner of the Scots. She's going to get it inside at the free throw line to Johnson. Johnson down low to McKinney. Spin move by McKinney. Kick it out to Harris. Three up. No good. Rebounded by McKinney. And a nice block from behind by Crabtree, but McKinney rebounds again. Good rebounding by McKinney. And it looks like she was able to draw the foul. Yes, Hathan, it looks like they're calling that on Elsa Eckenrod underneath the basket.
Now it's going to be her second foul, the team's second here in the second period. We've got a minute 22 remaining here in the first half as Emory and Henry leads 29-20. They'll get it to McKinney. McKinney down low. She spins around, no good, rebounded by Eckenrod. Eckenrod gets down court as she's looking, scanning the court. She looks to drive, but then she picks up her dribble, tries to hand it off, doesn't see anything, gets it over to Crabtree. Crabtree drives, basket up, no good, rebounded by McKinney.
Yeah, it looks like Crabtree had a clear look inside the lane, probably about a 10-footer, just didn't put quite enough arch on it and just hit right on the front of the rim.
Harris with the ball. She'll get it to Johnston. Johnston for three. No good. Rebounded by Harris. She just penetrates the lane and gets the grab. Just steals it right from under Maryville. And now they'll get it up to Logan, who will get the offense set with 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Johnston with the ball. She'll kick it over, and Upshaw back out to Johnston. It looks like Maryville with another foul. This time it's going to be on number 14, Charity Crabtree.
Right, Heath, and you were talking about Harris a second ago. She looks like she's just everywhere that ball is, she's there because she's going after everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice hustle by Harris. So she's not afraid to get in the middle of that and do what it takes to make those rebounds. So now Emory and Henry with the ball, 20 seconds remain. They'll get it up top to Upshaw. Upshaw gets it down low and up with the basket, and no good is McKinney. So Maryville now with the ball and a chance with one last shot with 9 seconds remaining. Eckenrod drives, almost loses the handle. It looks like they're going to say she turned over the basketball. And Emory and Henry now with a chance with 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Heath, and Elsa Eckenrod looked like she got tripped up a little bit going underneath there, but she came down the court. She was holding her hip, so I wonder if she's got a little bit of an injury there because she landed on her side as she came down.
Well, Logan with that drive, Scott with the 5 seconds remaining, misses the basket, so your score at the half, Emory and Henry 29, Maryville 20. Scott, your thoughts of the first half?
So far, it looks like Maryville started out slow. Heath just had a hard time trying to figure out the defense for Emory and Henry as they just were really disrupting Maryville. And Coach Ann Crutchfield looked like her team had a really good plan to start off with Maryville. Maryville's had some big deficits, but they're starting to slowly come back. So I think they're starting to finally figure this out. And when they go in the locker room, I think they'll get that corrected.
Your halftime segment is sponsored by Cookout. Make plans to get the best barbecue, burgers, shakes, and more in the area at Cookout at 1305 West Lamar Alexander Parkway. Scott, hopefully, as you mentioned, Coach Trevelyan makes some adjustments with the team, obviously rebounding, something that certainly I'm sure he'll be addressing here at half. Just trying to get some things going offensively, as you mentioned earlier in the ball game. Emory and Henry with quick hands. They're doing a great job defensively when they try to get it down low. They're swiping at that basketball, and Maryville's having trouble holding on to it.
Right, Heath, they are, and just causing a lot of problems for Maryville. Again, like I say, Maryville looked like they were slowly starting to figure them out a little bit, but with Emory and Henry changing their defenses up, I think sometimes Maryville's not quite sure what to do with it, and they are a very fast team, a very quick team. You can definitely see why they won that game, just the other day. But Maryville, the other side of that is they've got to hit their shots. They're missing a lot of close-range shots.
Yeah, so far the Scots with 11 turnovers, Emory and Henry with 9, and honestly, a lot of those 9 turnovers for Emory and Henry came at the beginning of the game when Maryville had really tight full-court press. They kind of got away from that. I don't know if it's because of the depth of the team or, just worried about wearing the players out too quickly or what. But, man, that defense to start the game was ferocious, and Emory and Henry didn't have an answer for it. One of the things they looked like they did to counteract it is when they would inbound, they were trying to get it down the court very quickly before Maryville really had a chance to set that up. But that was really helping Maryville early on in the ballgame.
Right, Heath, it was. And it looked like Emory and Henry didn't really know how to respond to the full-court press. And like you said, not really sure why they called it off, but, Coach has a good game plan. I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah, and for those of you joining the broadcast a little bit later in the first half, just to kind of give you a little bit of a summary and breakdown of what got us to where we are now. In the first period, Emory and Henry had 18, Maryville 10. And in the second, Emory and Henry outscored Maryville 11-10. So a little bit closer there, but Emory and Henry doing a great job so far tonight, as looks like looking at some of the statistics here, looking overall at the team, Emory and Henry shooting 31% from the field, Maryville 28%. Here's really a glaring stat for you, Scott, as Emory and Henry 4 of 14 from the three-point line, 28%. Maryville 0 of 7, so they have not been able to hit from outside.
Right, Heath, and they've really been struggling on that. And as you see, that's 12 points right there. Emory and Henry has as they lead by 9 here that came off 3-pointers.
6 of the 20 points for the Scots come from the free throw line, as that is one area Maryville has excelled tonight. They're 6 of 7, over 85% of their free throws made. Emory and Henry 5 of 8, around 62% of theirs. Looking more at some individual statistics for the Scots, Livy Gardner leads all scorers with 5, followed by Charity Crabtree with 4, and Kelly Wandell with 4. For Emory and Henry, Sydney McKinney leads all scorers with 10. And then Tessa Johnston with 5, Maisha Logan with 4, and Lakin Blackburn with 4. But Scott, talking a little bit about Sydney McKinney, she's been a really nice player here for the Wasps in the first half as an inside player, a 5'10", junior forward, but she can really spread the court and open it up as she's hit 2 threes now. She's 2 of 2 from behind the arc.
Yes, and she's a very good player. I was really impressed with what I'd seen of her, and just the physicality, as you like to say, during the game, of just really getting in there and working for her shots, and she's got a good touch from the outside.
Yeah, and McKinney already close to equaling the score from her first ball game where they defeated Marymount. Again, they're 1-0 for the season. They came into this season ranked the number 23 team in the nation, defeated number 18 team in the nation, Marymount. McKinney in that ball game had 13 points. Taylor Blevins was leading scorer in that game with 15. So far tonight, Blevins hasn't made a basket, so looking to try to get her going. But McKinney so far through the first 2 games, certainly a player that's going to be a key game changer for them throughout the season.
Yes, exactly, Heath. And I'm sure Coach Crutchfield's really pleased with what she's seen so far out of her.
Yeah, she's been tough because not only has she hit the 3 ball well, but she's a good post player too, as she's had 1 or 2 nice little pump fake spin around jump shots that she's made. She does a good job on the glass. We'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Trevelyan makes at the half. Obviously, he's a fantastic coach. Is the winningest coach in women's basketball history here at Maryville with 180 wins. Has an opportunity this season to eclipse 200, which would be phenomenal. One of the things he's known for is defense, and we saw that to begin this ball game, and I'm sure he'll know what to do to get his players ready for the second half. But we're going to wrap up the halftime show brought to you by Cookout, or sponsored by Cookout. Also remind you that our game sponsors for tonight is Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kinjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. And when we come back here on MCScots.com, we will bring you the second half action. So we'll be back in a few moments. Welcome back to the broadcast of MCScotts.com. I'm Heath Dunkel alongside Scott Dunkel as we begin the third period, and Maryville with the basketball. And looks like already a stop as they try to reset the clock. So resetting the shot clock, Maryville now to inbound, and Gardner with the ball.
And Heath and Emory Henry opens up in a 2-3 zone defense.
They'll get it over to Varney. Varney for three. No good. And now the Scots 0 of 8 from behind the arc. And Maryville with a foul there as Emory and Henry with the rebound.
Yes, Heath. Elsa Eckenrod picks up her third foul for the night.
So tight defense back here with the press by the Scots. And just missed the steal. So now McKinney with the ball. She tries to spin around, sees nothing, dishes it to the outside. Three up, three good by Peyton Williams.
Right, Heath. Good defense on Maryville's part. Just didn't quite get back to Williams in time to get at least an effective shot anyway.
Yeah, big three there by Emory. Start the second half as now they'll get it back on the right side of the key to Gardner. Gardner looks to drive and then she'll kick it back out. Three ball up for Maryville. No good, rebounded by Emory. They look down the court quickly, get it to Williams. Williams up with the layup, and good. And quickly, Maryville looks to reset things as they're going to call a timeout.
Right, Heath. 5 quick points to open up the start, and Emory and Henry's coming out running right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a nice job of countering what Maryville's doing is Maryville with that full court press, and so they're trying to look down, down the court, get it down court quickly with passes. Obviously early on when they tried to do that a minute ago, it was almost stolen, but then the second time around, they got it down before Maryville had a chance to make anything happen, and then Williams with a nice basket. But again, Maryville struggling from behind the arc, has not been able to make a three in tonight's game. They're now 0 of 8 from behind the three-point line, whereas then you look over at Emory and Henry, and they're 5 of 15, shooting 33% from behind the arc.
Right, and missing a lot of threes, and the other team hitting is definitely going to put you in a quick hole.
Yeah. So Emory with a 14-point lead, 8:54 remaining in the third period. Maryville with the inbound. And now tight defense here by the Wasps as Johnston will be guarding Gardner.
And the Wasps have also gone now back into another man-to-man defense, as we talked about earlier in the first half about how they were switching up just about every time Maryville came down to a different defensive look.
Beasley looked for the three-pointer there. She was unable to connect, and then Emory now with the ball as Johnston at the top. Thinks about it, sees nothing, she'll get it over to Logan. Now they're going to get it inside to McKinney, and McKinney gets around the defender, up and good. Maryville to inbound, and Beasley with the ball.
And Heath, just in the 2 minutes of start of the third quarter, we've gone from a 9-point deficit down to 16.
Nice shot by Beasley. Now it's a 14-point deficit as Williams looks to shoot the three, sees nothing, tries to get it down low, and Maryville almost was able to get that ball as number 40, Taylor Blevins, misses the basket, but she's able to get the rebound. It looks like she was fouled.
She was. Shelby Hicks caught her on the arm as she was trying to go back up for that shot.
So now 2 team fouls for the Scots to start the third period. McKinney misses a three. That's her first miss from behind the arc. She's 2 of 3 so far in tonight's game. Gardner quickly pushes tempo. She'll get over to Beasley. Beasley for three. No good. Rebounded by Emory.
And another close shot. They're just not falling quite here tonight for Maryville.
She's unable to connect so far tonight. They'll look to get the ball down low to McKinney. And a good play by McKinney as she was falling out of bounds, is able to throw the ball off Wandale to keep it in possession of the Wasps. So now they look to inbound. Looks like Maisha Logan's going to be the one inbounding for them. And appears to be a foul in the process of inbounding.
Right, Heath, and Sydney McKinney on that foul right there. That's her second foul.
So now Maryville with the ball and Varney with the basketball as she crosses half court. She's guarded closely by Logan. She gets around Logan though. She goes up with the basket, misses, and she'll get it. But then they turn the ball over to Emory. Looks like she tried to get it in the middle to Gardner, who was streaking through the lane, but just unable to control the ball. So now Peyton Williams with the basketball, and she'll try to throw it around a defender, but it goes off the foot of one of the Scots, so it'll remain in the possession of Emory. 6:50 left in the third period. 36-22, Emory leads. Peyton Williams down low. She spins around, puts it up, misses. Rebounded by Beasley. Beasley gets it over to Gardner. Gardner across court. Basket up, basket good. Nice shot by Catherine Upshaw.
Very good shot. She had a good clean look at the basket and got it up quickly.
So now a 12-point deficit. Scott's trying to lock in here on defense. Williams gets it over to Taylor Blevins. Blevins cross court to Logan. Logan for three. No good. Rebounded by Maryville. As Varney pushes the tempo, she gets cross court, gets around one defender, tries to get around another, goes up for the basket, and she'll draw the foul.
Yes, good push on that right there, Heath, as she gets Maisha Logan on that one right there. She had three defenders on her, still was able to work around it and draw the foul, so great work there.
Yeah, that'll be second foul on her, team second. As now some substitutions into the ball game. Number 14 for Maryville, Charity Crabtree. And it looks like number 15, Kara Stafford, and number 14, Jada Penn for the Wasps. Varney misses the first free throw. We'll see if she can make the second. It is up, just in and out.
And that seems to be the history of Maryville's shooting tonight. Just close, but not quite there.
Free throws, however, though, have been pretty good tonight. Unfortunately, unable to connect on those two. As a down low here, Emory able to draw the foul.
Right, Heath, and that was on Charity Crabtree, her second foul.
So now Blevins at the line to shoot two. First free throw up and good. Second free throw good as well for Blevins, as now Maryville with the ball. Down 14 with 5:53 remaining in the third period. They're going to try to get it down low. Again, quick hands by Emory and Henry. They'll get it over to Logan. Logan fakes, goes up and good.
Good drive by Logan there, just went right by the defense. Nobody really challenged her, and just an easy scoop, basically.
So now the lead back up to 16 for Emory. Beasley with the drive. She'll go up, basket good. Nice job getting around the defender and making that shot.
Definitely a good, very athletic play right there.
Looks, Scott, like a blocking foul on number 14.
Right, actually on Claire Varney right there. Tried to get in front of the defender, just didn't get there in time.
Oh, and a nice move by Johnson as she fakes Varney out and then goes up and under and makes the basket. 16-point lead for Emory. Gardner with the drive, up with the shot and good.
Good left-handed shot right there from Gardner on that one, Heath.
Yeah, the tough thing so far here for Maryville is that Emory and Henry can score in a hurry. Maryville gets a basket, Emory and Henry answers. Maryville gets another basket, and then Emory and Henry has just been able to put points up on the board very quickly. Need a couple good defensive stops here for the Scots, see if they can climb their way back into this ball game. Right now, it's a 14-point deficit. They'll get it to Gardner. On the left side of the wing, she crosses court to Upshaw. Upshaw up top to Varney. Varney back to Upshaw. tries to cross over the defender and get it down low to Gardner. They're going to say that Johnston knocked the ball out of Gardner's hands, so it will remain with the Scots. And now coming in for Emory and Henry is number 33, Lakin Blackburn.
But Ethan, the Scots need to watch. They've only got 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Looks like the coach is trying to yell out to let them know they've got to score quickly. Gardner up, misses, but rebounded by Varney. She goes up with the shot, no good, and rebounded by Jada Penn. Penn over to Johnson. Johnson quickly down low, up, and good by Blackburn, and no one saw Blackburn coming.
No, and Claire Varney looked like could have been the one that cut her off and just let her run right by her.
Yeah, unfortunately missed. Blackburn coming across the middle. Maryville now with another 3, no good, rebounded by Logan. Logan over to Johnson. Johnson looking down low again, this time nowhere to go with it, so she has to get it back up top. Jada Penn for 3. No good, rebounded by Gardner. Again, as we mentioned, the Wasps can score in a hurry. They get to Varner, though.
Yes.
Varner with the basket and the foul.
Good play right there. Maryville pushed it up, was able to get a fast break.
Foul is on Emory and Henry.
And that was on Jada Penn, Heath. It'll be her first foul, and at least Maryville now is going to get an and 1.
Kelly Wandell and Shelby Hicks in the game for the Scots, and coming in for Emory and Henry, number 3, Chloe Harris, and number 32, Josie Sawyer. And Scott, with the way Emory and Henry's been playing, that was a big basket for the Scots. They really needed that just in regards to momentum, hopefully trying to shift back their way. But the free throw up and no good by Varney, and it is currently a 14-point lead. Jada Penn with the basketball. She'll get it up top to Sawyer. Sawyer back over to Penn on the right side of the wing, and they're going to look to get it down low. Nice defense by Kelly Wandell, and she'll get it out to Varney, and Varney will be able to get a foul on Jada Penn of Emory and Henry.
Right, Heath, and that'll be her second foul right there. It was a really good play on Maryville to deflect the ball and then to catch it, and Emory and Henry just got caught trying to reach in and take it back.
Gardner crosses half court. She'll get it over to Beasley. Back down low to Gardner. Penn with the nice defense as she swats it out of bounds.
Right, they had a cutting player. Penn saw it, was able to get her hands out and just deflect the ball.
Maryville 10-bound under the basket. They'll get it back up top to Beasley now with the ball. Beasley looks to swing it. She'll go cross court. Varney for 3. No good. Maryville almost got the ball back as Penn comes down with the rebound. She'll get it out to Harris. They'll get it down low, and the basket is good by Lakin Blackburn.
You know, right there, it looked like Maryville was trying to stop the shooter there, but unfortunately didn't look at the cutter. And again, another easy basket for Emory and Henry.
They're going to call a foul on number 14, Jada Penn. That'll send Libby Gardner to the line.
Right, Heath, and that's her third. She's picked up all 3 during this quarter here.
Yeah, and it looks like Coach Ann Crutchfield is going to get her out in just a moment as Gardner makes the first free throw. So now coming in for Emory is number 10, Peyton Williams. Coming in for the Scots, number 23, Brooke McCurdy, and number 24, Elsa Eckenrod. Gardner with the second free throw, no good, and rebounded by Emory.
And Heath, it looks like the magic that Maryville had in the first period, or first quarter, or half, I'm sorry, with the free throws is kind of let them down right now.
Yeah, struggling at the line here in the second half with 6 of 8 in the first. Nice defense there as they're really trying to swarm to the basketball. They're going to move it around though. Emory and Henry gets it down low, basket up, and good again by Blackburn.
And Maryville trying to put a lot of trap pressure on that, but not able to help out down underneath.
And as Gardner tries to split 2 defenders, loses the basketball. Wandell able to jump on it, but it looks like a jump ball, and the possession arrow will go to the Wasps.
Right, Josie Sawyer on that one to able to tie up the Maryville player there and get it and back to the Wasps again.
Josie with the ball. She's going to get it over to Chloe Harris. Harris up top. Stafford. Stafford over to Blackburn. Blackburn pump fakes on the 3. She'll get it down low to Williams. Back up top to Harris. Harris pump fake. She'll get on the outside. Sawyer drives. Sawyer up. No good. Rebounded by Wandell. Wandell pushes to Gardner, but then stolen back by Harris.
Right, Harris tried reaching in on that one. Unfortunately, Gardner was already started with the head of steam. And, you know, you got to be careful if you're going for a steal. You can't keep your body in front of the player.
So Harris will pick up the foul, and Gardner will go back to the line. Maryville down 17, a minute 58 remaining in the third period. Basket up, and free throw is good for Gardner. Subbing in for Emory and Henry, number 40, Taylor Blevins, number 42, Sydney McKinney, and then also in the game now, number 11, Kylie Cooper. Maryville's looking to substitute as well in just a moment as Gardner up with the second, and second free throw is good. And now back in the ballgame for the Scots, number 13, Claire Varney.
And hey, she's really letting Libby Gardner probably get some little bit of rest here because she's been all over the court here this third period.
Yeah, Scott, if Maryville can cut into this deficit, Gardner's certainly going to be needed in this fourth quarter. Nice job down low by number 10. That is Peyton Williams, and she just has her way down low, makes the basket, and draws the foul.
Right, Heath, and it looks like the foul's on number 23, Brooks McCurdy, a freshman out of Cleveland, Tennessee, of Girls Preparatory School.
Basket up, and the free throw is good by Williams. Wandell goes up with the basket, and she's going to draw the foul. I believe that's going to be on number 10, and it is. It's going to be on Peyton Williams.
Right, she came over the back, would have been a good block, but you can't body up on them as well, though.
Free throw up, and good. Second free throw good as well by Wandell. So now a 16-point deficit. Emory and Henry with the ball with a minute 30 remaining in the third. They'll give it over to Williams on the left side of the key. She's going to get it up top to Chloe Harris. And 3 seconds.
Yes, as I said earlier in the first half, Sydney McKinney likes to get under the basket there. Sometimes she brings the camper and everything else and gets set up down there.
Barney with the ball, and she'll hand it off to McCurdy, who gets it over to Hicks. Now to Eckenrod. Eckenrod back up top to Varney. Shot is up, and no good, as McCurdy unable to make the three. They'll get it over to Harris. Harris kicks it over to McKinney. McKinney now to Williams. Williams pump fakes, gets it inside. Back up top to McKinney, who shot the three ball well, but a nice block by Eckenrod. They push it to Eckenrod. She'll get the handle, but under the basket. And Scott, I believe she was able to draw the foul.
Right, Heath. It looks like on 42 on McKinney. And a little bit of good news for Maryville. That's her third. So hopefully we can slow her down a little bit.
So Eckenrod at the line. First basket up and good. Scott's starting to settle back in at the free throw line. Second free throw up, and Eckenrod connects. Cooper with the ball with 37 seconds left in the third. She'll kick it. Now it's back to the outside. Now back up top to Cooper. Over to Harris. Blevins now with the ball. Blevins up top to Williams. Williams over to Cooper. And McKinney looks to set up down low. They're trying to get the ball to McKinney. She's guarded heavily by Wandell. Williams will drive. She'll kick it to Harris. Harris for three.
And we got it for a travel there, Heath, with 17.3 seconds left in the third quarter here.
See if Maryville can get another basket here. Currently down 14. 10 seconds left. Eckenrod with the ball. She'll get it over to Varney. Barney trying to get something set up. She'll kick it to the outside. And she tosses up a prayer, and no good there as McCurdy tries to get something going, unable to tell if she was trying to make that shot or trying to get it down low to Hicks quickly.
Right, Heath, and just looks like she lost track of time, you know. Of course, the student section across from us is definitely trying to let her know about the time, but.
Yeah, just a little rush there. I mean, that's something you're going to see, especially, you know, most of this lineup is young. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores on this team. You know, McCurdy, a freshman. So, you know, obviously there's a learning curve moving up to this level, and they're still trying to get adjusted, and probably a little bit of first game jitters as well for these freshmen.
Right, definitely. And you're looking at 9 freshmen and sophomores on this team. So a very young team picked to finish 3rd in the USA Southwestern Division, and probably, as Coach Trevelyan said, probably a pretty good position for them in the preseason polls or preseason picks from the coaches. As this is a young team, they're going to have a lot of growing pains to start the year with, but once they start to gel, and one of the things is we're seeing tonight, they've not hit a three-pointer yet, and that has really affected this game.
So both teams getting back on the court as we will begin the 4th. Currently Emory and Henry with a 14-point lead. So 1 quarter left. We'll see if the Scots can climb back into this one and come away with a victory. Their first ball game of the season. Emory and Henry currently 1-0. Gardner with the ball. She's going to get it over to Beasley. Beasley looks to drive. She's going to have to take it back up. Heavily guarded. She's going to give it over to Varney. Varney now over to Gardner. Gardner up. Drives. No good. Almost rebounded by Hicks, but Emory and Henry able to come down with the basketball.
But he just very strong on that one. She looked like she thought she was further back than what she was and just really pushed it up there.
Yeah, and Emory and Henry still doing a good job boxing out, getting down low, making the rebounds necessary to help their ball club. So now Logan with the ball at the top. They're going to get it over to Williams. And it looks like they're going to be able to get a foul on Maryville.
Right, Heath, on 45, Shelby Hicks. She is a sophomore forward out of Gordonsville, Tennessee, Smith County High School. Looked like they had her for pushing off underneath.
Logan to inbound for the Wasps. She sees nothing, but does finally found Blevins.
Again, number 45, Shelby Hicks. Her second foul. Looks like they got her before the shot, so at least it's not a shooting foul on this one.
So with that, Hicks will go to the bench, and Wandale will come back in the game. Looking to inbound again. Nice defense by Maryville. And this time, Emory picks up a foul.
Right, Peyton Williams on that one. That is her 4th foul. Look, they actually got her for holding there.
Yeah, her 4th foul, team's first here in the 4th. Eckenrod with the ball for Maryville. She drives, jump shot up, no good, rebounded by Logan. They'll kick it over to Williams. Looks like Williams almost walked there, but they didn't call it. Logan now with the basketball. Logan around to pick. She'll go up with the jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Gardner. Gardner pushing. Scanning the court. She's going to get it to Varney on the outside. Varney with a nice crossover. Losing the basketball, and now Peyton Williams with the ball. Williams down low to McKinney. McKinney on the outside to Johnston. Johnston for 3. No good.
It was a long rebound right there. Looks like it went off number 12, though. Maisha Logan, so good defense for Maryville, Heath.
Yeah, still a 14-point deficit. So far, no one scoring here to begin the 4th. Gardner with the ball. She'll kick it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod almost loses it. She has to get it back to Gardner. On the outside to Varney. Varney for 3. No good. Rebounded by Gardner. Gardner up.
And it looks like Maryville was able to draw a foul on that for a charge. On number 40, Heath, that was Taylor Blevins.
So a blocking foul on Blevins, her first, team second. And now Gardner with a chance to put the first points on the board here in the fourth. Down 14, trying to climb back in this game. That's going to help as Gardner makes the first of 2 free throws.
And at this point, Heath, in the fourth quarter, every little point helps.
Absolutely. Free throw up and good. So now a 12-point deficit for Maryville, and they look to tighten up on defense. Trying to trap Logan. Logan's going to get it down quickly, and then they're going to pass it over to McKinney, and McKinney's going to be able to draw the foul.
Right, Heath, on that foul right there was Elsa Eckenrod. And that is her fourth foul as well.
First free throw up and good for McKinney. Coming in for the Scots, number 14, Charity Crabtree, as Elkenrod will come over to the bench. Kenny up for the second free throw and good. So back to a 14-point lead for Emory and Henry. 7:45 remaining here in the fourth. Maryville with the ball. Up top to Varney. Kick it over on the wing to Beasley, who drives. Almost loses the ball. Is trying to find someone. Finds Wandell. And Wandell with the basket.
Good shot. Good ball movement under there. And comes up with an easy basket.
Moving the ball down the court is Emory as Johnson gets it down low to McKinney. McKinney has been a force so far tonight for the Wasps. Back up top is Logan. Logan over to Williams. Kenny back with the ball, guarded by Wandell. Maryville has to keep an eye on her as she can shoot the 3 ball. They'll get it over to Johnson. They're running out of time. 2 seconds on the shot clock, so Johnson has to drive. She'll miss it. And a shot clock violation. Maryville with the ball.
Good defense, Heath, right there, making the Wasps work for any movement, anything that they could do. So great job by Maryville.
Well, Scott, a great job as well with the time clock running out, understanding that and being careful not to draw a foul and letting Johnson pick up one. So really smart defense as now Maryville gets the ball down low to Wandell. Wandell kicks it back out. They'll try to get it back down low to Wandell. They're really trying to clog up the lane and make it difficult for her. She's going to go up. They're going to say she's fouled, though, before the shot. Looks like it's going to be on 10, Peyton Williams.
The foul is on Emory and Henry, number 10, Peyton Williams.
It is going to be on Williams, and Williams is going to come to the bench. Now coming in for Emory, Scott, I believe is number 32. Josie Sawyer, the 5'2" sophomore guard.
Right, Heath, and it looks like that was Peyton Williams' 5th foul. So referees are checking on this to make sure that's correct. That was her 5th foul, and substitution's already in, so it looks like we're all ready to go.
6:33 remaining in the fourth. 53-41, Emory leads by 12. We're going to kick it out to Wandell. Wandell over to Beasley.
Oh.
Johnston, nice job attacking that, but looks like maybe a head-to-head collision.
Right, and they're going to call the foul, though, on number 30, Erin Beasley. Kind of question that call because the defender knocked the ball away, but when she did, she just crashed into her. But yet they're calling the offensive player with the foul there.
So now the 4th team foul for the Scots and Emory to inbound. Johnston will inbound. She'll get it to Sawyer. Sawyer over to Stafford. Stafford tries to get it to Blevins. Blevins with the ball, looking for McKinney, but she's guarded heavily, so he'll get it back out to Sawyer. Sawyer drives, kicks it. Johnson's going to take the 3. Johnson's going to miss the 3, and Wandell's going to get the rebound. They push it. Beasley gets the ball, but has trouble holding on to it, but it looks like she may have been able to pick up the foul. Nope.
No, it looks like she stepped out of bounds when she was trying to save the ball.
It looked like Stafford might have kind of shoved her, but I guess they're saying that she was out of bounds first. So Emory will have the ball. Gardner tries to make the steal here up from Sawyer. Sawyer's going to kick it over to McKinney, though. Now McKinney crosses court. Guarded closely by Varney. Good defense by Maryville. And it looks like Emory and Henry before a turnover is going to try to take a timeout, and they do.
Right, Heath. And she was very close to a 5-second call right there. And the coach understood that, got that timeout as quick as she could.
Yeah, smart call.
Next game for the Maryville College women's basketball team is Tuesday, November the 20th at Sewanee, a 7 o'clock start.
Scott, talking about the rebounds, we talked about how crucial that was earlier in the ball game. Emory and Henry's done a really good job on the glass. You're looking at it now with the stats. We've got about 5:56 remaining in the fourth, and right now Emory 40 total rebounds compared to 28 by Maryville.
Right, and Emory's pretty much controlling the board on either side. But, you know, another thing that's glaring out there is the number of threes attempted, but still a goose egg on.
Yeah, 0 of 16 from behind the arc for Maryville, while Emory and Henry 5 of 21. Johnson looks to inbound. She'll finally get it in to Sawyer. Sawyer guarded by Gardner. Sawyer's going to drive. Maryville able to get a piece of it, though, but it will go out of bounds, so Emory still with the ball. 14 seconds remain on the shot clock. Good defense. They do finally get it in, however. And now Johnson with the ball on the right side of the key. She'll swing it to the left to Sawyer. Sawyer now gives the ball to Blevins. McKinney wants it. She's going to take it around Wandale. She's going to go up and good.
Right, Heath, and she could have very well got called on that one as well because she took her arm and hooked the defender as she drove around her.
And Maryville with their first three-pointer of the night. Good shot.
It was a very good shot. That was Varney that hit that one, so Maryville has broken that goose egg wide open.
Looks like Shelby Hicks, after the timeout, will be coming back into the ball game for Maryville.
But it's still plenty of time. You're only down by 11. A couple of good turnovers or good defensive stands. Get right back in this game, hit a couple of good shots. Hopefully maybe Varney's starting to get a little hot out there at the three line now, and you know, still plenty of time to do something.
Yeah, and you imagine Coach Trevelyan sensed that this was probably a good opportunity after a big basket to just kind of let his players kind of say, hey, look, like we're still in this ball game, tighten up on defense. Let's keep this momentum going. So, and it gives it an opportunity to slow it down just enough for Maryville to put on some good defense, and they do there as Eckenrod with the steal. Little hesitation drive, and then she'll kick it over to McCourty. Now McCourty back to Eckenrod. And they're unable to hold on to it as Hicks unable to come down with it, and Johnston for Emory and Henry with the ball.
Brad Eckenrod tried to force that one in, a little bit of a crowd there.
Swinging the balls, we're now under 5 minutes, 11-point lead for Emory. They're gonna get it over to Johnston. Trying to look down low. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. They're gonna down to Blevins. Blevins around, up, no good, rebounded by Gardner.
Good rebound by Gardner there and pushing the ball up the court.
Varney for three.
Bottom! Excellent, excellent shot. Second one in a row for her, helping to bring Maryville a little closer, down by 8 now.
Tight defense. Maryville needed that basket, and all of a sudden the three-pointers have come alive here in the fourth. Almost losing the handle with Sawyer.
And it looks like Emory and Henry calls timeout. Heath, I really thought that should have been a jump ball.
Yeah, I thought so too, but they're going to get the timeout. So 4:18 remaining here in the fourth period. Emory and Henry 55, Maryville 47. We'll be right back. back with 4:18 remaining in the fourth period. Emory 55, Maryville 47. Maryville's done a good job chipping into this lead. 4 minutes to play, and we'll see if they can make the comeback. They're going to get the ball down to McKinney.
And they're going to get Hicks again, Heath, on that one. And that is Shelby's fourth foul right there. So.
And not a foul you wanted to see there, as now McKinney with a chance to go to the line and 2 free throws. First free throw up and good. Hicks coming back out to the bench as Wandell will re-enter. Scott, if you're Emory and Henry, this is exactly what you wanted, is to get the ball down low to your playmaker, McKinney. McKinney up with the second free throw. It's good. So now the deficit back to 10. We are at 4 minutes remaining in the fourth as Gardner gets it over to McCurdy. McCurdy to Eckenrod, now to Varney. Varney with a nice pick from Wandell, and then she'll kick it over. Now Gardner with the ball. Gardner for 3.
Yeah, just looks like Varney's got the touch right now, but, you know, at least we're trying to keep it in there. Ooh, just about a walk right there.
Yeah, Emory and Henry now with the ball. They're going to get it over to Jada Penn, now over to McKinney. McKinney at the three-point line. You may want to get a little closer on her if she can shoot the 3 ball. 2 of 3 so far from behind the arc tonight. They're going to get it over to Logan. They're taking their time here as Logan's going to go around the pick and drive. Tough defense by Gardner. And Emory and Henry's going to get the ball from the inbounds, but only 1 second on the shot clock, so they're going to have to draw up something and put it up quick.
Right, and Maryville needs to keep that lane boxed out. Don't let anyone in that lane. Make them have to shoot it from outside.
Look out for McKinney here. She gets open, 3 ball up, and good.
Oh, wow.
And that's what we said. McKinney, the playmaker for this team. One player you don't want to leave open. They do, and she buries the 3. So now a 13-point lead for Emory. Looking down low, unable to get it to Wandell, so she's going to have to give it over to Varney. Varney drives, kicks it back to Eckenrod. Eckenrod drives, spins around. Nice double by Emory. They kick it out to McCurdy. McCurdy 3, no good. Good job by Varney.
And she stepped on the line.
Yeah, nice shot, but unfortunately she stepped on the line, so Emory now with the ball. 2:54 remaining, 13-point lead for Emory and Henry. They're going to get the ball into Logan. Logan guarded by Gardner. Now she's guarded by Varney. She'll spin around Varney. She'll get it to the top. She'll kick it over to McKinney. Johnston now with the basketball as she's watching the clock, trying to set up the team. She gets it to Blevins. And looks like McKinney's with the foul.
The foul is on Emory and Henry, number 42, Sydney McKinney.
Scott, if I saw that correctly, it looks like it was kind of like a hook with her hand, as from what the ref was saying, trying to reach around there to push back the defender.
Right, hey, she did, and got the foul, which is getting her closer to getting her out of here. But the thing is that there's not that much time left, because she's one that's really hurting Maryville tonight.
Yeah, they're going to get it down low to Wandell. Wandell guarded closely by McKinney, and McKinney with good defense, and now Emory back with the ball. They're going to get it down the court to Jada Penn. Penn looks to get it to McKinney, but McKinney slips and falls, so she's going to kick it back up top. Logan with the ball. Blevins with the ball on the right side. Down low to McKinney again. Wandell almost with the steal, but loose ball. Gardner with the ball. Jada Penn picks it back up, though. And Wandell with the foul.
Foul is on Maryville, number 42, Kelly Wandell. Is her second.
That is her second foul, Heath, as well. But that could have gone either way on quite a few little skirmishes down there, I guess you could say, because there were a lot of hands slapping a lot of people down there.
First free throw missed by Penn. Coming in for the Scots, number 30, Aaron Beasley, and number 14, Charity Crabtree.
And looks like we're going to get 24 on this one, Heath. That is Elsa Eckenrod, which may be her 5th foul.
Yep, that is going to be her 5th foul. So Eckenrod is done, and now entering the game is number 45, Shelby Hicks.
To the line for Emory and Henry, Taylor Blevins.
So now Taylor Blevins at the line. First free throw, in and out. Number 15, Kara Stafford, the 5'9" junior forward, enters the game for the Wasps. Blevins at the line for her 2nd free throw. Free throw up, and she misses it. Rebounded by Crabtree. Crabtree gets it over to Gardner, and Maryville's pushing it down the court. Running out of time, 1.5 minutes left. Down by 13. They'll get it over to Gardner. Gardner to Hicks. Hicks sees nothing. Back to Gardner. Back to Hicks. Hicks for 3. No good. But Crabtree comes down with the rebound. Gardner now with the ball, and she's going to get it over to Hicks. Hicks down low to Crabtree. Crabtree up with the basket and good.
Good shot, good shot. It looks like Maryville's called timeout.
So with 1.5 minutes remaining in the 4th, Emory and Henry 60, Maryville 49. We'll be back in just a moment. Emory and Henry inbounds, and Logan with the ball. Logan able to cross court. Maryville almost with the steal, but Johnston recovers it. She'll get it over to Harris. Harris kicks it back to Logan. Logan over to Johnston. Down low to McKinney. McKinney up top to Harris. Harris for 3. No good. Rebounded by Beasley of the Scots. And they'll push with Libby Gardner with the ball. She's going to give it and up for the basket, and no good is Upshaw. Emory and Henry now with the ball. 23 seconds remain.
And Aaron Beasley caught on that foul right there, Heath.
Maryville, number 30, Aaron Beasley, her 4th.
And that will be her 4th foul as well.
Emory and Henry and 2 shots, Tessa Johnston.
Maryville, again, with their youngsters giving a good hard fight tonight. Emory and Henry, very tough team to play. And that was in and out. That was on 25. That's Tessa Johnston as she's at the line shooting 2 shots here, as Emory and Henry is in the bonus right now.
Free throw up and missed. Now Varney with the ball. 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Harris. 10 seconds remain, Scott, and it looks like Harris will now be fouled.
Right, and the foul was on Catherine Upshaw.
The foul is on Maryville, number 22.
She is a senior guard, 5'7", out of Columbia, Tennessee, Zion Christian Academy. So Maryville here with 10 seconds left as Chloe Harris for the Waston missed. She hits the second one, and good opportunity here as Maryville is working on close games. Looks like Heath right now getting ready for other games during the season. And right now, with timeout, 10 seconds left, it is Maryville College 49, Emory and Henry 61. Obviously, they're not going to be able to come back in this one, but good learning experiences as Coach Trevelyan is just trying to teach these younger girls and younger ladies, I should say, just on different things and trying to work with them. So still a lot of season left. One game was not going to make the season.
No, and only, as you mentioned, the first game of the year. A lot of younger players, so getting some of those jitters out. You probably will not see Maryville 2 of 23 from behind the arc every night.
No.
Just struggling from behind the arc tonight, just unable to put the ball in the hole. I'm sure that's something that will improve as the season moves along. And as you said, a great experience here to start the season, playing a very tough team and understanding what it's going to take to have success this year, as they played, the number 23 team in the nation according to D3Hoops.com preseason polls. So now they're going to get the ball in. They're going to get it to Varney. Varney for three. No good. Harris had the rebound, but it tipped off her hands out of bounds. Go back to Maryville with 5.6 seconds remaining. Basket up. No good. Rebounded by Blevins. And that'll be your ball game. Your final score, Emory and Henry 61, Maryville 49.
Heath, a good fought game. Unfortunately, Maryville, as you said, 2 of 23 in three-point shots, just not quite there. And, something obviously needs to be worked on. But I think they played a really good game, a really hard-fought game. And just like that last three that Maryville took off the rim, it's close, but just not quite there yet.
On Sunday at 1 o'clock Webster against Eastern, and Sunday at 3 o'clock Maryville plays Emory and Henry. We'll see you there. Please drive safely.
So now in with us, Coach Trevelyan now on the headset with us. Coach, tough ball game tonight, but you face a very good team in Emory and Henry, 23 coming into this ball game in the preseason polls. What'd you learn tonight?
Well, I learned they're pretty good, but I knew that. I'd watched enough film to tell you that. But I learned that my kids are going to fight. I learned that I have one kid from my top 8 back from last year who played significant minutes. And so we got a lot of new people in new places. We've got newcomers. We've got kids who were injured last year, missed the whole year. So I have a brand new team. And to go out here and go toe-to-toe with them for 4 quarters, I'm okay with that. I mean, obviously you want to win, and you felt like you had some chances, but I was happy with the way my kids fought. We got to get better at some execution. We got to do some better things, transition, defense, matching up. But all in all, I mean, you want to see if you're any good. I mean, you could schedule somebody else and maybe get a win, but what have you learned? I think we learned some really good things tonight. We'll learn some more from film and regroup and keep going.
Yeah, some tough defense by the Scots tonight. Really one of the big areas that looks like was troublesome for Maryville behind the arc. 2 of 24 from the three-point line.
Wow. You could have not told me that. But since you did, well, I'll tell you what, it clearly wasn't from a lack of effort because we put 24 of them up. Yeah, I mean, you got to make shots, right? 2 for 24. I'd attribute some of that to their defense. I'd also attribute some of that to some nerves and not being ready to shoot. At the end, you chuck up a few because you're down 10 and you got to shoot those threes to try to get in. So maybe that sort of taints the stat a little bit. So maybe 2 for 21. But, no, I mean, you got to get your legs under you. You got to spend more time in the gym to make shots. And, again, you're trying to learn. And I hope my team takes that away and says, look, if I'm shooting threes and not drawing iron, I better get in this gym and get some shots up.
Well, like you said, you brought up a great point. Nerves and jitters really coming into this ball game. A younger team for you, so some of them their first real action, really getting on the court. So certainly makes sense why some of those struggles came in tonight. No doubts that'll improve as the season moves along. As you prepare for Sewanee, what's the next step you take with this team as you get them ready for that ball game?
Yeah. Well, the first thing will be an ice bath for everybody and try to heal up tonight. But no, so Sewanee is a very different style of play from what we got tonight. Sewanee goes a little bit smaller, goes a little bit faster, and they're going to chuck up a lot of threes and play that tempo. So we're going to have to recuperate a little bit, then get ready for that transition D that, it broke down a lot tonight, and that's exactly the way Sewanee plays. So if you don't come out ready for that, they got a chance to run you out of the gym.
All right, Coach. Well, best of
All
luck.
right, brother. I
Thank
appreciate
you, sir.
it. All
We
right.
appreciate it. He's coming back into the booth with us now. Scott Dunkel taking back over on the headset. And Scott, as you heard there, just a tough game tonight for Maryville. But as we talked about and Coach Trevelyan talked about as well, just some jitters really probably playing into a lot of the issues. Scoring, defense wasn't bad, but Emory and Henry's a good ball club, and McKinney is an excellent player for that team.
Yes, she is. And as he said, you could probably schedule someone smaller, lighter opponent for your first game, but you really want to find out more about your team when you're putting a team out there, as you mentioned, in the top 25 that is going to challenge your team.
Yeah, a great team to face to begin the year to really prepare you for the grind. But Scott, just want to tell everyone that the post-game segment was sponsored by GoTees.com, your one-stop shop for T-shirts and so much more. Quick turnaround with the highest quality in mind. Go to GoTees.com or call 1-800-360-1965. And also let you know and thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kinjo Markets, Airport, Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. We have no doubts that Coach Trevelyan will have this team ready against Sewanee, and certainly will have the scoring adjusted as well as these girls continue to develop and learn more as the season progresses. I imagine by the end of the year this will be a totally different team. But we'd like to thank you for listening to tonight's broadcast. Remind you that on Tuesday, November 20th is our next ball game, as the Scots will be at Sewanee College at 7 p.m. Again, thanks for listening to MCScots.com. I'm Heath Dunkel alongside Scott Dunkel as your final score: Emory and Henry 61, Maryville 49. Until next time, so long, good night, and yes, that just happened.